London is famous all over the world, a city that instantly conjures images of red buses, grand palaces, and centuries-old bridges. It's big, busy, and full of history, with every street corner telling a story from the past. People come from everywhere to see its sights, hoping to experience the magic they've seen in movies and read about in books. But there's a catch. London has a reputation for being expensive, sometimes even intimidating for travelers on a budget. Many tourists worry they'll need to spend loads of money to enjoy it, and that every moment of fun comes with a hefty price tag. When you look at travel websites or guidebooks, you'll see ticket prices everywhere, making it seem like every attraction is out of reach unless you're ready to splurge. Entry fees for top attractions often start at £30 or more, and that's just for one place. Even just a quick visit to a few famous places can add up to £100 in a single day, especially if you're traveling with family or friends. It's no wonder some people decide London is only for those with deep pockets, or that it's a city best saved for a special occasion. I used to think the same, convinced that exploring London meant draining my wallet. But then I started looking closer, determined to find out if there was another way. I wanted to see if it was true, or if there were secrets the guidebooks weren't telling me. Could I explore London's world-class highlights without spending a fortune? Was there a way to enjoy the city's best without breaking the bank? Was it possible to make the most of the city, even on a tight budget? The answer surprised me, and it might surprise you too. You actually can see the best of London for next to nothing, if you know a few simple tricks, and if you're willing to look beyond the obvious. London's magic isn't just for the wealthy, it's for everyone who knows where to look. Here's the thing many tourists don't realize. London is packed with world-famous sights, but you don't always have to pay to enjoy them. In fact, lots of London's biggest attractions can be experienced for free if you know how to look. You just need to know where to go, when to visit, and how to make the most of your time in the city. Sometimes it's about finding the perfect spot for a photo. Those iconic backdrops are often just a short walk away. Other times, it's about timing your visit just right, like catching famous landmarks at sunrise before the crowds arrive. I noticed that most people spend money simply because they think you have to, or because it seems like the only option. They queue for tickets, pay for expensive tours, and sometimes miss out on the city's real energy. But often, the real experience is outside, right in the heart of the city, where the locals go and the atmosphere is alive. By walking, waiting, and watching, you can see the same sights as anyone else, and sometimes even discover hidden gems along the way. Over the next few sections, I'll take you step by step through my own day out, showing you exactly how I did it. I visited London's top spots, just like any tourist would, but I did it with a smart, budget-friendly twist. The best part? I spent hardly anything and still had an amazing time. Instead of splurging, I used a few clever hacks, like free viewpoints, public transport, and local tips. My wallet thanked me, and I didn't miss out on a thing. In fact, I felt like I experienced even more. So, if you're ready to see London for less and make memories that last, let's get started. I promise, with these tips you'll never see the city the same way again. London is yours to explore without breaking the bank. I began my day at one of London's most famous sights, Big Ben and the Palace of Westminster. Most people assume you need to pay for a guided tour or go inside. But honestly, the best views are from outside, where you see the clock tower in all its glory. Standing across the road on Westminster Bridge, you get the classic shot of Big Ben. The river, the red buses, the old lamps, everything is right there. You can walk all around the outside, watching the tower change in the morning sunlight. It's busy, but the energy is part of the fun. I spent about an hour soaking up the atmosphere. I took loads of photos, watched street performers, and even chatted with other visitors. All without spending a penny. It felt just as special as any paid tour. My tip: go early in the morning for quieter crowds. And don't forget to look up at the details. Those golden touches on the tower are stunning. Next up was the London Eye. Tickets for the giant wheel cost at least £35 for adults. But here's my secret: you can get the same amazing river views for free, just by walking along the South Bank at sunset. I strolled down from Westminster Bridge towards the Eye. The riverside path is lively, full of artists and food stalls. As the sun started to set, the city lit up in gold and pink. The London Eye looked magical against the sky. I stopped at a bench near Jubilee Gardens. From there, I could see the whole city spread out. St. Paul's Dome, the city skyscrapers, the busy boats on the Thames. It was just as beautiful as being on the wheel, without the crowds or the price tag. For the best experience, time your walk for sunset. The changing light makes the city look incredible, and you can take as long as you like to enjoy it. No trip to London is complete without seeing Buckingham Palace. Many tours charge high fees for a closer look, but you don't need to pay a thing to enjoy its royal glamour. If you plan carefully, you can even catch the famous changing of the guard for free. I checked the schedule online before my visit. On select days, the guard change happens at 11 o'clock in the morning. I arrived about 30 minutes early to grab a good spot by the gates. The crowds were big, but the mood was excited. Soon the soldiers marched in, dressed in their bright red coats and tall black hats. The band played. The whole ceremony took about 45 minutes and was easy to see from outside the gates. The best part? It didn't cost a penny. If you want a closer look, bring a camera with a good zoom. And, remember, the ceremony doesn't happen every day, so check the times before you go. By lunchtime, I was hungry. The area around Buckingham Palace is packed with cafes and restaurants, but the prices by the tourist sites are sky high. Instead, I took a short walk, just 5 minutes, down a side street. Suddenly the crowds thinned out. I found a small bakery with fresh sandwiches and pastries for less than half the price of the main road. There were locals at the tables chatting and reading. The food was tasty and filling. This little trick works all over London. Just walk away from the busiest streets. In Covent Garden or near Piccadilly, take a left and keep going. Soon you'll find a cheaper spot, with friendlier service and often better food. I saved loads on lunch and got to see a different side of the city. My advice: be curious and trust your feet to lead you somewhere good. For my favorite London hack, I saved the best for last. This is the one tip I always share with friends visiting the city, because it's such a unique experience that many people overlook. Most people pay £30 or more to visit tall buildings like the Shard for city views. The lines can be long, and the tickets add up quickly, especially if you're travelling with family or friends. But the Sky Garden, perched at the top of 20 Fenchurch Street, is completely free to enter. It's a hidden gem right in the heart of London's financial district. You do need to book your slot ahead on their website, but the process is quick and straightforward. I reserved my spot a week before, just to be safe, and set a reminder so I wouldn't forget. When the day arrived, I took the lift up to the 35th floor and stepped out into a bright, lush indoor garden filled with tropical plants and sunlight streaming through the glass ceiling. The views were absolutely breathtaking. London stretched out in every direction, from the iconic Tower Bridge to the distant London Eye, all framed by greenery. I spent over an hour wandering through the plants, taking photos, and watching the city bustle below. It's the perfect spot to relax and soak in the atmosphere. There's a cafe if you want to buy a drink or a snack, but you're welcome to just enjoy the view for as long as you like. No purchase necessary. It felt like a secret oasis above the city, a peaceful escape that only a few people seem to know about. If you want to feel on top of the world without paying a penny, put the Sky Garden at the very top of your London bucket list. Trust me, you won't regret it. After my day out, I looked back at everywhere I'd been. Big Ben, the Palace of Westminster, the London Eye, Buckingham Palace, even a rooftop view, all for little more than the cost of a sandwich. Most tourists would have paid £100 or more for the same spots. The secret isn't about missing out, it's about seeing London with fresh eyes. The city is built for walking, for exploring, for finding your own path. If you're willing to step away from the crowds, you can enjoy the same magic without breaking the bank. I felt proud of how much I'd experienced. I didn't need a pricey ticket to feel connected to London's history and beauty. I just needed to plan a little, trust my instincts, and keep my eyes open for hidden gems. London taught me that some of the best things really are free. If you're planning a trip to London, don't let the costs scare you. With a little research and some local tricks, you can see everything you dream of, without the high price tag. Use these tips as a starting point, and soon you'll find your own money-saving discoveries. There's more to come. London has hundreds of free museums, beautiful parks, and secret corners waiting to be explored. The smart traveler always looks for new ways to enjoy the city, even on a budget. I hope this guide helps you plan an unforgettable visit. Remember, adventure isn't about how much you spend, it's about the memories you make along the way. Keep an eye out for more of my travel tips soon. Your next affordable adventure could be just around the corner.